If you guys want to stunt like pros and sack the quarterback this fast every single time, make sure you guys watch the entire video, leave a like, and subscribe. Alright boys, so you've identified that stunts are good in Madden 26. Now, let's get you the right playbook and personnel for them. So, first off, I run the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. It's one of the best playbooks for stunting. It's got the single mug, the double mug, the nickel wide, and the 4-3-6-1. Amazing defenses, they're all good at stunting. And I'll go over I'll show you the other nickels in the game that are also good at stunting. I'm going to pop them up there. Those are all the nickels. We're really going to want to focus on the ones with 4 down linemen. So like a 3-3 odd would not be a good stunt defense. You know, anything like that, like a nickel cub, would not be a good stunt defense. But anything that has 4 down linemen, like single mug, that's a perfect stunt defense. That's what we're going to focus on today. But stuff like that is good for stunting. And there's also dimes that you can stunt out of. I'll pop that up now. Really, the only dimes you can stunt out of are dime rush, dime single mug, and dime normal, because those are the only 4 down lineman sets that can actually stunt. And then as far as personnel, I'm going to go over here to our specialist, because this is my D-line. We want speed. If you guys didn't know, speed is the game. You want speed. We got Nolan Smith. This is right after the Blitz promo went away, so these guys are all +5. So actually, Owe would not be here typically, but still, we got Nolan Smith at 91, JJ Watt at 90, Will Anderson at 92, and then Adafe Owe at 89. I'm not seeing that. We got to fix that. But basically, guys, we want to get down on them. Obviously, I went over that in the double mug video. We want double or nothing to make sure we get a good pass rush, and then we want speed to make sure that when we stunt, whether it's the Tom, the Texas 4-man, all that stuff, we want them to come in free and sack the quarterback. So that's why I put my 2 fastest guys at edge, Nolan Smith 91 and Will Anderson 92. Those guys are playing edge for me. They are coming in free and they are sacking the quarterback. Alright, so that's personnel, that's the playbook, let's hop into the gameplay. Alright boys, so let's break down how to stunt. Number 1, let's go ahead, set our coaching adjustments. This is first off, when you load in any game ever, go to your coaching adjustments. These are the same as the double mug video. That pinch close on the safeties, man, default, hook zones, all that fun stuff, right? Auto flip on, right? For all nickels, you want auto flip on. And then let's hop over here. For all of our defensive formations, we're going to want to put that cover 2 shell on, man. Pretty much, you got to put that cover 2 shell on so nothing gets all like wild and messed up at the line of scrimmage. They all get there quick and they all line up good. So that's what we're starting off with first. Cover 2, man. Cover 2 alignment for all of these, man. And, okay, so how to pick a stunt, right? How are we picking stunts? All you got to do is in the pre-play menu, just like right here, when you're about to pick your play, you hold down the icon of whatever play, right? Hold it down, and you're going to see a whole list of stunts right here. Now, we are in the 3-3 single mug, which I believe is one of the best stunting formations in the entire game. We're going to go over that later. But you can see here, they only got like, what is it, 6 stunts? They only have 6 stunts. And then formation, like 3-3 double mug. We're going to do the same thing here. They only have 6 stunts as well. But then a formation like nickel wide, where the DN's a little more spread out, stuff like that, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 12. They have 12 stunts. They have literally double the amount of stunts of single mug and double mug. And what stunts are different are the Tom, man. The left Tom too, man. I believe they have the exit, which the single mug and double mug don't have. They have the Pirates. Now, I'll go over which one of these are actually good and what to use, but this is how to stunt right here, boys. You just hold down the icon and pick it. So, and if you mess it up, let's say, oh, I'm stupid. I forgot to pick it. Oh no, I accidentally picked over 4 quarters, right? Let's go over here, pick an offense play out of the Jaguars playbook, man, exclamation point ebook. So now we're on defense, right? We're going to tap left on the D-pad, right? If we messed up, we didn't get our stunts out there, we're going to tap left on the D-pad, R1 stunt, and they're going to pop up, right? But you might say, Mr. Football, there's only 4 stunts there, and you said they had 6, right? Well, that's where you got to start hitting this D-pad again. So you're gonna see we have 4 options there, obviously. So to get the rest of the 6 options, right, you're gonna tap the D-pad either way. We can just go back and forth between right or left. But you gotta tap the D-pad, get to where you gotta go to. As you're gonna see here, there's only 2 stunts on this page, so obviously, kind of makes sense on what to do here. Just got to pick that Texas 4-man. Spread that D-line. I'll show you guys how to do this later, so don't go too crazy now. But this is pretty much it, man. That's how you pick stunts. You either pick them from the pre-play menu. Go ahead and hike it. Probably not going to come in. It actually came in. There you go. But that's how you pick stunts, man. Either in the pre-play or on the field by tapping the D-pad and clicking R1 to get to the stunts. So there you guys go, and I'll see you guys in the next step. All right, this is the most important section of the entire video. This is going to be how to stunt and what the best stunts are. Not really how to stunt, by like picking the stunt, but like how to actually run it good, you know? So let's break it down. Also, pro tip, when you're in practice mode, if you're using one controller, two controllers, doesn't matter. The offense, you can set them to auto pass protection. Set them to either base or empty blocking. You know, that's what everyone runs online. For this video, I'll be doing base. So for the stunts, man, we all know how to pick them now. Just hold down the Y button, pick them. The best stunts in the game, I'm gonna rattle them off real quick, are the Texas stunts and the Tom stunts. So what I mean by that is the left Texas right here, left Texas 2-man, very good. Left Tom 2-man, very good. Pirate, not so good. Temple, don't even know what that is. Right exit, nope. Right Texas 2-man, yes. Right Tom, yes. None of these ones, not the El Paso. The Texas 4-man. Now, some of those other stunts that I just kind of pissed on, they actually have some value. Like if you want to, you know, keep the quarterback in the pocket, El Paso 4-man, not that bad of a stunt. But for actually getting pressure and sacking the quarterback, we're gonna want to focus on the ones I just went over. So let's start off the most popular one, man. The Texas 4-man. I'm sure you guys have probably played this one online a few times. Probably already know a little bit about this one. But this, man, this is the meta stunt. This is what everyone runs. It's all you got to do is spread your D line. I like to show blitz my linebackers to have a blitz threat. And then the biggest thing that people don't do when they stunt, they don't stand over the center. Now, P mode's glitchy. I don't know if P mode's gonna have me, you know, playing perfect defense and getting, you know, instant pressure right here out of stunts, but what I do in game, no matter what defense I'm in, whether I'm in double mug, single mug, nickel wide, when I'm trying to stunt, I get over the center. I want to be on top of him because, as a rule of thumb, in every Madden ever, the way to get pressure, literally, this is literally every single universal tip. It's just you gotta make one lineman go stupid. This one we're actually trying to make multiple linemen go stupid because it's a stunt, but we need one lineman to be stupid. We need the center to just not impact our defense, right? We want to make the center a non-variable when it comes to stunting because we're trying to beat the tackles inside on this Texas 4-man. You see here, we got these two wide defensive ends. We're gonna hike the ball here, see if we come in. Boom. JJ Watt instantly sheds. That was crazy. That's why you put the Dons on as well. Make sure you guys get them Dons out here. But you see here, I actually did not mean to engage, but since I engage with Creed Humphrey, he's the only guy we're worried about when it comes to picking up Nolan Smith coming off the right here, or sorry, the left, Jesus. Coming up the left side here. He's the only player we're worried about coming in and picking him up, right? But if we engage the center, which you don't typically want to do every time, when we engage the center, he has no chance. I mean, obviously JJ Watt beats the punch because, you know, that does also happen. Sometimes you do disengage. As you can see here, in the most recent patch, they said they patched this. They definitely did not. When a player gets like, oh, actually, that was straight up swim move. Never mind. I thought that wasn't disengaged. My fault. Hey, my fault, EA. My fault. But anyways, back to the left side. You can see here, the left tackle, my 94 overall, Bruce Matthews, veg protector, whatever, right? He just gets faked inside. He has no chance. He's looking at Nolan Smith the entire time. He's looking at him the entire time. Doesn't even try to block Adafe Owe, my left of screen defensive tackle. He just has no chance, man. That's why you get the fast dudes, man. 91 speed is just too quick. They cannot run with them. Or not even really run. They can't find them. They cannot find them on the back end. Let me actually try not to engage here. I kind of want to show what happened if he didn't engage. See, there we go. So he didn't engage there, and he still came in free. And it's because the center went stupid, you know? Let's go right here. So, like I mentioned earlier, the center, just at the snap, instantly looks right. He goes to block. He goes to double team JJ Watt, which makes sense. I mean, he instantly shed the last play, right? So that leaves a full, just gaping hole for Nolan Smith to run through and sack Peyton Manning, the 75 speed quarterback, right? That's the goal of this play. Now, the reason I don't call it the Texas 4-man every single play, I'll kind of go over that later on like the negatives of this, is because if they have a faster quarterback that's not Peyton Manning, you know, they can actually roll outside the pocket. So let's just hike this right here. Oh no, Nolan Smith comes in. Let me get out of there. Let me throw it to Devin Hester. That is the negative side of stunting, is the fact that if they have a fast quarterback, they can run away from your stunts. I mean, we can have fast defensive ends like Nolan Smith to help, you know, counter that. You know, when they come in free, they sack them still. But it's going to be difficult to catch them all the time, right? So that's why no one stunts every down, right? But that's why you got to mix in different stunts. So that's Texas 4-man. Literally all we're doing is calling Texas 4-man, spreading our D-line, If you want to get a little extra pressure, pass commit. By doing that, you just go to the click the right bumper, up on the right stick to pass commit. If you think that passing, that's gonna make your players that's gonna make your pass defense just overall better. Your blitzes come in more consistently and that type of stuff, right? So that's how Texas 4-man, right? The Texas 2-man is very similar. Let's go ahead and pick that real quick. Let's do the left Texas 2-man right there. Let's pick the same play on offense, just casual mesh spot. Same setup as the Texas 4-man. We're just spreading our D-line, but instead of the right screen defensive end also coming in free on the Texas 4-man, it's only the left side. And I do believe that the left side comes in more than the right. That's just kind of like a tinfoil hat theory, but like after playing 1,000 games of Madden 26 and as a top 10 player, that's the conclusion I came to. The left side comes in more than the right side, right? So let's get here. And what we're going to do when we run the Texas 2-man is we're going to contain. We're going to click the right bumper, left bumper, boom, contain. What this is going to do is it's going to make it so that when they have that 95 speed RG3 from, the rank that just came out, they're going to hike the ball. They're going to try and run away from our 91 speed stunty Nolan Smith, right? And they're going to run to contain, and they're going to get sacked by Will Anderson, our 92 speed contain on the right side of the field, right? So typically, the way I utilize this, right, when I'm playing ranked and I'm playing someone who, just wants to roll out every play, I'm going to run the Texas 2-man, and I'm going to contain the right side. This is going to make it very difficult for him to really escape the pocket, and we're still going to get that similar-ish pressure. Obviously, when you have two chances of coming in free, you're going to get them more. That was a wild shed from Nolan Smith. He actually did not come in free there. But you can see here, we're not getting the same pressure as the Texas 4-man, just because, it makes more sense. If you have two dudes stunting, you're going to get more pressure, than just one dude trying to stunt in free. Let's try and get that in one more time. There we go. There we go. Now he comes in free. You can see there, it's just a little worse than the Texas 4-man, but you're actually going to be able to contain the quarterback in the pocket. So kind of got to give, you got to give some to get some, And what I do if I'm playing the lefty, I don't have a lefty to put in to really show it, but that's what I would call the right Texas 2-man. It'd be the same thing, just literally right Texas 2-man. If I'm playing someone for lefty who's just scrambling every play, spread the line, show blitz, or obviously, if you want to bait the blitz, contain, and then boom, you're gonna see it messes up the play art on the right. That honestly might be why it doesn't come in that much. As you can see there, I'm stunting off the right side. It doesn't show it because Will Anderson's in a weird contain. I don't get that, just a player glitch, but you can see there I have I play call on offense. I'm gonna try and roll out left here. Nolan Smith glitched. That's kind of why. That's why every pro complains about contains. Nolan Smith glitched right there. Let's run that back. Contains, man. A full year with no contains. Thank you, EA. Just no contains the entire year. Alright, so again, player art's glitch, but we are stunting off the right side. We're gonna hike the ball here. You're gonna see he gets chipped, unfortunately. That does happen a decent amount. That's kind of why I like to stunt off the non-tight end side. I'll show you guys what happened right there. Instant replay. This happens on all edge type of pressure, anything like that. You can see here, it wasn't even a tight end. It was Fred Bolitnikov just ran into our stunter. We actually got a good look here. Pretty much when you see the center looking away like this, the center's looking left, right, and the right guard's one-on-one. This stone was actually going to come in. It actually did come in just a little late, That's kind of the unfortunate thing about nickel wide. The DNs get actually too far outside, so sometimes they chip against the receivers and stuff. Let's try and get one clean rep here. Texas 2-man off the right side, and he gets chipped again. And hey, you know what? He tried to roll out left though, right? But you guys can kind of see it. That is why I say that the Texas 4-man is the best when it comes to actually getting pressure. But if you want to, actually contain the quarterback as well, you got to give a little to get some. And wait, let's go into the toms now. The left tom, I actually don't know what tom means. It might be tackle over middle or something like that. I have no clue. I'm not a football expert. I play video games for a living. So let's go ahead and pick this play. Call mesh spot. So this stunt is different. Now we're going to see that the right of screen defensive tackle is stunting behind the left of screen defensive tackle. We are not stunting those ends. So actually our speed on the ends is almost meaningless now, right? We're still going to, actually I don't like spreading. I actually just lied to you guys. When I run the tom, I actually don't want to spread because when you see, I'll show it. When we spread here, now that's too far of an angle for JJ Watt to take, right? The angles are all messed up. You can see here from the defensive play art. You You want them more close. I don't really know if you want to pinch your D-line. That kind of might mess up all your other stuff going on. But you definitely don't want to spread, because when you spread, I'll just hike it real quick. You're going to see JJ Watt, he doesn't even try to go, because he just has too far of a mission, right? He's got too far of a journey to come in free, right? So let's go ahead, just show blitz. And I like to contain out of this one. This is my keep him in the pocket defense. This does not come in like a crazy amount by any means. This is nowhere near the level of the Texas 4-man stunt. But again, I like to get over the center just like this, because again, we're trying to confuse the center. We are trying to confuse him and let either one of those D tackles disengage or glitch in. Let's hike it real quick. Boom. Just like that. That was actually perfect. We didn't spread our D-line. We just left our D-line stock. And you can see there, JJ Watt got a clean entry on the left screen. Pretty much. I didn't mean to engage, to be honest, but we engaged with the center. We held him up. Like I said, just make one of them go stupid. Gotta make one O-lineman go stupid. We kind of made two go stupid because this right guard's just kind of in no man's land. My 87 overall Raiders left guard, he's not really fighting for his life right now. He's just kind of tripping. But you can see here, we get a one-on-one with Thuney, kind of just running it. Well, I mean, our left screen defensive tackle just runs into the mess here. But hey, that's what he's here to do. We're stunting. You know, that's what stunts are. We're trying to get JJ Watt in free. You know, Adafe Owe not gonna make the play that play. He's trying to clear a path for JJ Watt. So again, same thing. Don't spread your D-line. Just leave him stock. We can even try pinching after this, but again, man, you just want to get over the center and just hover, bro. Just hover. You don't really want to disengage every time or engage every single time, but just like that, boom, perfect. Came in. This one, as you can see, comes in a lot less clean. I'll show you guys instant replay right there. You're gonna see here that I think it's the center actually chips him. Someone chips him. Yeah, right when he's coming in free. The left guard got him. This happens a decent amount on the Tom, but this looks scary. Like if you see this, like imagine if you were just the quarterback in this spot, right? You know, you bought the Mr. Football ebook, you called a God play for mesh spot, right? You got your drag open or something like that, but you're just scared. You see JJ Watt just coming at you, man. This is not a fun sight to see. Obviously, it gets picked up at the end by Thuney. Didn't really matter because JJ Watt is just the actual GOAT. You know, he actually just comes in anyway. But it's still a very scary sight, even when the pressure does not come in. You know, you just got to get the dude to come around the edge, or come around the left guard, I should say. And it's going to be a good day at the office. But there, we engaged again, came in free. Again, this is a very underrated stunt, man. Not enough people are using this stunt. It's insane. I'll show you the left Texas two-man here. I think I prefer, or left Tom. I think I prefer, actually, the, pick it up match. I think I truly prefer it going from right to left. So I actually prefer the left Tom. So this is the right Tom. As you can see, I don't even know like any of these football terms and what they mean. I just play video games all day. So this is the right of screen Tom, I guess. He's coming from the left, going to the right. Do the same setup. Just contain. Don't spread. Don't pinch or anything like that. Stand right here. Boom. He's gonna. Oh, see, I told you, man. I told you. Going from right to left, dude. Just that left side's a weakness, bro. Because I'm telling you, the left Texas 4-man comes in better. Like the left of the O-line, I should say, not the defense. The left side of the O-line is just weak, bro. It's just weak. Let's go ahead and call this right here. See if this comes in again. Or see if this comes in, period. See, it's getting a little, see, you might want to stick with left on this one, boys. I have ran this in game, and it actually does work in game. But I definitely do prefer, and I think most other pros I see run the Tom, they definitely prefer going, I mean, that just happens so much. It's like, that is, I think that was a shed. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, no, actually, that was a disengage. Yeah, this happens a lot when you're on the Tom. So, when you're running the Tom, sometimes since you got so many dudes over the middle of the field, they just all kind of glitch out. Like you can see there, Meredith, our right guard, is supposed to block him, and he's worried about Adafe Owe coming in free. He's worried about something. I don't know. He's worried about what's for dinner tonight, right? He lets JJ Watt come in free. This happens a lot when you're on the Tom. Just a lot of random A gaps and stuff like that. That's why, honestly, I like to contain in this defense, because let's actually call the other Tom. This is how to change your stunt at the line. Go over here. Let's go to the left Tom. I like the pressure we got from that one more. Just go ahead and contain. Let's fix this up. There we go. Contain. Pass commit. Boom. Get that show blitz in. When someone like me, I'm a little skittish in the pocket. When I hike this play and boom, I see JJ Watt. I want to roll out here. I want to get out of here. And they just run into a contain. That happens all the time when you're on the Tom. That's why I love containing out of this. You don't have to contain to make the blitz come in. Or the blitz. I mean, I'm talking about a 4-man D-line pressure like a blitz. But you don't need to do all that to get the pressure in. But I do like containing to avoid, rollouts and all that stuff. So, boys, those are the stunts we're using. The Texas 2-man, left Tom, the right Texas 2-man, and the Texas 4-man, right? So, what are... Oh, didn't mean to pick that. Let's get out of here. So, what are the best formations to stunt out of? I prefer the single mug for Texas 4-man. I think this is, from the intro clip, this is my favorite stunt in the entire game. This is what I utilize by far the most in my competitive games, my tournament games, all that stuff. I use Texas 4-man from single mug. I'll show you a quick rep right here. Pretty much, man, all I'm doing out of single mug, spread the D-line. I actually like to show blitz for coverage purposes, which I'll show you guys later. But boom, just like that. Get a little pass coming in there to make sure everyone's coming in free. Offense is in this play, and they're going to get sacked, right? Someone's going to come in. They didn't come in, but, that's why you pass me. You get them extra sheds, man. You get them knee tackles shed and all that fun stuff. All that good stuff happens, right? So, that's Texas 4-man. I love doing it. I love the Texas 2-man out of this as well. I'm not going to go into that because you guys should be able to figure out what happens when I run the Texas 2-mans and all that. I run the Texas 2-man and the Texas 4-man, and I mix those in with the stock pass rush. Double mug, I stunt the least in double mug. For some reason, it glitches out a lot. I like stunting out of the Tampa 2. I don't want blitzing to linebackers. That's one thing. You do not want a blitzing to linebacker kind of messing up your stunt, So, what I mean by that, I'll show you real quick. If I were to pick nickel dog Meg, right? Sometimes it might not really show it in P mode that well. But when you call a stunt like this, and you just spread your D-line, all this, you can even spread your linebackers to get that defensive end on the right, or left, a little farther out. That blitzing to linebacker, he kind of just ruins the vibes, bro. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't know. It came in very quick right there, right? This is what I do. I do the Texas 4-man with the spread D-line out of double mug. But sometimes, man, it just doesn't line up well when you have a blitzing linebacker. So typically in-game, in comp games, I like to stunt out of the Tampa 2. Just makes more sense. So we're going to go ahead here. Texas 4-man from Tampa 2. Go ahead and pick mesh spot, just like this. Spread D-line. I prefer to spread the linebackers, honestly, when I'm stunting out of this, because I feel like when both linebackers are in the gap, it kind of messes things up. I'll show you right here. If I pinch my linebackers, let's get back down here. It's gonna look weird, man. It's not gonna come in that good. Something's gonna go bad. See, Nolan Smith kind of glitched in there, but it didn't look good. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't look like it was going to come in, right? You can shoot from this replay right here. It didn't look good. The center was literally on that side. He just went stupid, right? So that's kind of why I prefer to spread my linebackers and spread D-line out of this to actually make it so it's a clean path to the quarterback, right? And then the other stunts I use the nickel wide, and this is where I do the tom, because obviously double mug and single mug don't have the toms. I like using the toms out of this, man. The Texas 4-man, the Texas 2-mans, and the toms out of this. Preferably, from what I've seen today, I feel like the right tom's just not the move. I'm running the left tom more anyways. I'm probably just going to stick to the left tom from now on. Just left tom only. And also, if you pick the wrong play on defense and you want to get out of the screen, just tap the D-pad. Just like that, it'll cancel it. Because I know a lot of people don't know how to do that. They hit Y, and it's oh, how do we get out of here? I can't hit B, I can't do anything else. Just hit the D-pad. You'll close that screen out. So, there you go. And another formation I didn't really talk about is the 6-1 even. I would not run the Texas 4-man out of this because, I'll show you right here. Those other formations I was showing you, the D-lines are all spread out. They got so much space. When you spread your D-line in 6-1, dude, they're still right over the tackle. Nolan Smith and Will Anderson are right over the tackles anyway. They are not in a good spot to actually come in, So that's why for 6-1, I don't really run the Texas 4-man because you want wider DNs for that one, right? You can't really get them from this. I'm actually subbing my players real quick. Oh wait, Will Anderson, perfect. So out of 6-1, I only run the tom. I literally only run, I don't run Texas 2-man, I don't run exit, I don't run pirate, I don't run any of these. I literally only call the tom 2-man. Go here, just like here. And I like to spread my D-line. Actually, I don't like to spread my D-line. Sorry, it's the tom. I'm tripping. I don't spread my D-line. I literally just come out here, contain, get over the center like this. Don't want to engage, but if you engage, it's not the end of the day. We actually bumped into him pretty viciously right there, so let's run that back. Let's just act like that didn't happen. Let's go back here. Go ahead. Just contain out the Texas, or the tom 2-man. Hike it. Boom. Just like that. Will Anderson took a pretty wild angle. It did not come in clean at all, but you guys see, man, the tom's tomming. As long as you kind of get in that center's face, you don't have to engage with him every time, but like just as long as you're in his face, the Tom's going to wrap around that left guard and go ahead and sack Peyton Manning, the sheriff. So there you guys go, man. I would replay that. That was a lot of info really quick. So really break down what stunts you want to run and all that stuff. I'm going to go over some coverages now for like all these different stunts. But yeah, man, this is the meat and the potatoes. The Texas 4-man, all those stunts. My favorite one is the Texas 4-man of this. This single mode is taking me a long way. I ran this a lot of times this year, but I'll see you guys in the next section. All right, boys. In this video, we're going to break down some coverages to run, and I'm going to focus on the 3-3 single mug. They're pretty similar coverages you can run at a nickel wide, but we're going to focus on single mug for this. So let's hop into it, man. The biggest difference between single mug and the double mug coverages from my most recent video is you don't have cover 4 quarters. Cover 4 quarters is like the nutted, like just don't really do much at all and play some good pass D. Absolutely nutted for this. Pretty much just gonna call this player here. My favorite thing to do in this is, so we picked the Texas 4-man, not the 2-man, not anything else, just the Texas 4-man. Spread the D-line, obviously, right? I like to show blitz, personally. Get that linebacker kind of out there. It's gonna kind of diminish our run game and our any blitz threat we have, any run game defense we have. It's just gone once we show blitz that linebacker. But since we show blitz, he's more far out there, so he's actually gonna have a better chance to actually, play some coverage and get active, right? So right here, straight up cover 4 quarters. I'm not kidding, like literally just the stockest version of C4 quarters. Hike it. This is kind of a bad play since they have like 16 crossing routes, but you can kind of see there that we actually played okay coverage across the board, right? It does fine versus like corner routes and all that stuff. So like if they were to do like a corner out, slot fade, and then just did like whatever on the left side, right? Cover 4 quarter stock, get a little pass commit going. Does a fairly decent job of covering that. And then while also doing that, the Texas 4-man screams in and sacks the quarterback, right? The cover 4 quarters is just amazing for like stopping random plays, right? And then my second shot, I'm gonna kind of get through these fast, and we spent a lot of time on how to stunt. My next best coverage is basically like a cover 3 cloud. And what I mean by that is I'm gonna put the sock corner in a purple. So he was already in a purple. He was more in a pink zone. He was in a quarter flat. Now he's gonna be in a curl flat. Now he's gonna play corner routes even better and all that type of stuff. He's gonna play the sidelines better. And then we're gonna go ahead, put the left linebacker in a hook curl, right? And he's lined up over that solo side receiver, so he's actually gonna be like kind of on him, kind of in his grill, and kind of bump him a little bit. We like when the defense bumps. And then on the outside corner, you can put him in a hard flat or a cloud flat. Pretty much, if you think they're calling like space and switch or anything to the flats, hard flat. If you think they're calling a corner out concept or anything that's like deeper, go cloud. He'll play pretty good. And then we're gonna put a deep half on our safety. A lot of people, they like to mix in outside thirds. Me personally, especially versus a formation like bunch, I just like a deep half. Unless they're killing my sidelines deep on that side, then I'll go the outside third for my safety. But typically, just a deep half kind of gets the job done. So essentially, it's more of like a cover 6 look. We have cover 4 drop on the right side, and then we have cover 2 on the left. So cover 6, right? This is going to do a really good job at stopping corner out concepts like this. It's called the same type of concept, right? One of my favorite plays in the game right here. You're going to see here that curl flat's going to do a very, very good job of staying with that corner out, and then it's very easy to switch stick to him. It's also very easy to play defense when you're calling the Texas 4-man I just taught you guys, and you're sacking Peyton Manning instantly. So let's go to instant replay so I can actually give you guys a little breakdown of the coverage. So you see here, we have our user in a 3-rec. That's very important. 3-recs play very good shallow. They're good matching zones, all that type of stuff. He's going to play shallow, and we're going to flick off ourselves and go ahead and guard this corner out. This is why I love stock purples, man. Stock purples are very nice to switch stick to. You see here, he kind of drifts up with that deep, well, not really deep, but I guess deep corner out for Blednikoff. He kind of drifts with them upfield, but at some point he's going to get beat. So that's why I love switch sticking to these, man. If you guys don't know how to switch stick, man, get on that, man. Get on the switch stick, man. You're gonna see here, flick onto him, and we're gonna guard the corner out ourselves. So that type of shell is perfect for just guarding the sidelines, right? Like this shell right here, just perfect for guarding the sidelines while still having a defensive presence over the middle of the field with our user and our other hook curl on the left. And then, man, cover 4 quarters is it's just an amazing coverage. It's just amazing to mix in. You also can mix in the coverages I showed you in the double mug video. That's mainly for like stunting down double mug, you know, because the match coverages are different. But man, cover 4 quarter stock it's generational, man. Just generational coverage. So those are 2 of my go-tos right there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next section. All right, boys. In this little section, I'm going to break down when and why I use stunts. So typically, I don't run single mug on run downs just because it's a pretty lackluster run defense. There's a lot of shoots you can do. I know a pretty good amount of shoots to shoot the runs. But like it's just in general not that good because we are show blitzing linebacker. We are taking him out of the gap. It's really no man's land. It's like a dime set, and dime gets ran on as well. So it's not typically ideal, but I love it on passing downs. And I'll show you one area where I really love it. So I'm actually going to show you guys a new coverage in this. It's going to be a cover 3, literally just a stock cover 3 on any like 3rd and 15, you know. Any like big 3rd or 4th down, 15 yards plus, I love going to single mug, pick in the cover 3 buzz match, go ahead, pick the stunt. So anytime they need a big play on offense, I literally just go to this, man. I'm not gonna lie, I just go to this. And this does a really good job because all I do is I show blitz. I like to make cover 3, so I'll cover 3 the solo side, 3rd the bunch side, just like this, and then put my user in a hook curl. And I like to shade up to get rid of those seam flats, make them curl flats. This type of defense, man, make sure you spread your D-line, just like that. Make sure you pass commit. On like a 3rd and 15, man, this defense is like unbreakable. It's like, you just can't get past it, right? Like, let's say they want to do some stuff like this, where like, I don't know, this is a brutal play to look at, but like, if they want to do something like this, right? Or let's say that's a streak instead, right? Let's do this, because it's actually like a decent play right here. They got the corner out, attacking the sideline. They got 2 like 15-yard curls here, right? Trying to get the first down via curl. Everyone does it. You know, every sweat loves to do it. This coverage right here, man, it is perfect for this because we can, well, sack them instantly, just like that. We can just do that. Let's run that back real quick. You know, when you get that type of pressure, you know, nothing else really matters, right? So same thing. I'm actually gonna zone out the D-line just for the sake of the video, like this, right? You're going to see the same exact play I just ran. But these 15-yard hooks and these 15-yard purples are very good at getting back there and actually guarding the routes deep, you know. Call it right here. Boom. We're just going to use this curl route, man. And you're going to see that 15-yard purple does a pretty good job. That is not a throwable route. I mean, well, at that point it is. But, I mean, if they get that much time versus Texas 4-man stunt, then just chalk it up, man. They were supposed to get it anyway. But what I mean by that is that 15-yard purple, you can even make it 20 if you want to make it go even deeper. This 15-yard purple guards this very well because you're going to see here, it just stays with it, man. It just runs with it. And then even when it gets to the sideline like this, unless they have, you know, the tallest receiver ever, they can't really throw that unless they're like highballing it or whatever, and then they'll probably just drop it anyway. So it's very good at defending the curls, which is like number 1. Any like inside route that they want to do on the deep like 3rd downs and 4th downs, this stock cover 3 does a very good job of that, and then you're going to be able to just contain everything. And so, yeah, that's why I run this type of coverage on long downs, right, with the stunts, so I can pass commit. Now, when it comes to actually mixing in, like, in the middle of the field and stuff, I wouldn't really try and spam the stunts because, again, a big thing I mentioned earlier was the ability to roll out on these. You know, you got to just let your pass rushers go sometimes, too. You know, that's why we pay for Don, you know. You got to remember that sometimes. Like, we're out here. We are paying for double or nothing on all of our defensive ends, all of our D tackles. So this coverage right here, like a straight up, just spread D line, crash down, just send 4, pass commit a man. Dude, they're going to do a pretty good job against pressure. You can see there, like, our 2 edge rushers go crazy. So really, you do not have to stunt every single play, especially in MUT. I would stunt a lot more in regs and CFM if I didn't have this AP and that I do in MUT. Like if I was playing CFM with like the Giants, who, you know, they don't have any D-line chems, except for Dexter Lawrence, who's super slow, but they have fast DNs, like insane, like 88, 89 speed DNs, right? I would stunt a lot more for a team like that. But if I had a slower team that was more built on pass rushing, like let's say the Steelers in regs, they have like 3D line chems. I'm not going to stunt with the Steelers in regs. I play with them in regs sometimes. I do not stunt with them. I do not. I'm just going to send this 4-man pass rush. So I would say more. Oh, nice. Good pass play, John. But basically, man, if you have speed on your D-line and your CFM, your regs, whatever, stunt at will. But if you're playing MUT and you do have these dons to go along with the speed, dude, mix in this 4-man rush, man. Because the big thing in Madden is mixing up which pass rush, which blitz you're sending at him. kind of get them off their rhythm, you know what I'm saying? So definitely mix this in a lot. Yeah, man. There you guys go. If you guys like this content, man, MaddenTurf.com, code 88. You're going to get 10% off all ebooks, all membership sales. You get guys from Dubby, Skimbo, Madden Elite, myself, man. Got a bunch of good stuff on there. Check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.